Welcome to the Hidden Dagger Inn.
Greetings, citizens, and welcome back to the Hidden Dagger Inn. Another delay? Again? It's a familiar cry of MMO fans, but behind each postponed milestone lies a web of technical struggle, shifting priorities, and some player perception. As we approach August 4th, the scheduled launch of Ashes of Creation's Phase 3, tensions about a delay in the community are on the rise. Will it happen, or should it happen? According to Steven, July 25th is going to be the official go or no go review, where he just revealed that information in Discord, where the team of Intrepid Studios is going to make their final call on whether Phase 3 moves forward as planned or it's going to be delayed. That announcement alone has ignited waves of speculation, anticipation, and in some cases, a lot of frustration. To understand where the community stands on how Intrepid might navigate this really huge decision, let's take a full spectrum look at some of the forums and see what the players are saying. The Ashes of Creation forums and the Reddit forums have been popping off in July. Community opinion around the possibility of delaying Phase 3 is split pretty much down the middle. On Reddit, there's a pretty popular post titled, "Please Delay P3," and it captures the sentiment of those calling for the delay. These voices are reflecting the real frustrations with the current state of the key systems, like crafting the PvP incentives in the in-game economy, and the lack of archetype completeness. However, the other side, like myself, urge patience and recognize Ashes of Creation is still in a testing phase. It's not an early access product. Games over the last 10 years have been infecting our hearts and our mind with this early access crap. People need to understand that Ashes does not fall in this category. Now, let's face it, many in the community are beginning to treat Ashes of Creation like a premium early access title, expecting polish and balance and content parity. But that's just not what it is. This is an alpha, an actual one, with server wipes, missing systems, and constant change. In my opinion, another delay to Phase 3 would hurt, especially for players who are already frustrated. But at the same time, if it's pushed back just to add one more feature or polish something trivial, that's a disservice to what Alpha is supposed to be. We need to test what they have ready, not what they hope to have or not what the community's pining for to have. Now, the case for wipes and repeat testing is fresh starts matter. They absolutely matter. Not just for hype, but for data. During a wipe, the most dedicated and, let's face it, sweaty players sprint to the top and expose things casual testers just won't. Bugs, exploits, imbalance, it all surfaces faster with a true reset. While Intrepid has said previously they want to avoid frequent wipes, and I truly believe that they mean that in their hearts, I think it's an unrealistic goal in a real alpha. A good timetable would most likely be about every 4 to 5 months for a fresh start, especially as new biomes and naval mechanics, the summoner archetype, the Renkai starter zones are introduced. If Phase 3 launches on August 4th, great. Let's test hard, gather data, and break things, and get ready to do it all again, hopefully maybe in December. And really, what are they supposed to do if they delay Phase 3? Let's keep playing Phase 3 on the 2.5 servers, which are basically ghost towns at this point, aren't receiving any more updates, or just hope that everyone abandons those servers and migrates over to the PTR. And speaking of PTR, we've already seen how that plays out. PTR numbers are dropping, and dropping fast. Most players only jump into a PTR to gain a competitive edge, learning routes, optimizing builds, gathering early knowledge. Only a small percentage of players actually stick around to help with meaningful, consistent focus testing. And a game like Ashes needs a lot of players to do the testing properly in Alpha, in the PTR. They've already opened up the floodgates by getting everybody access who has Alpha 2 package. What do they do when those players run out? It puts Intrepid into a tough place, and it's a really hard pill to swallow. But that's the reality. Testing participation fades quickly when there's no forward momentum, and the longer delays stretch out, the more fragile that testing environment becomes. Now, where I personally stand on this, I believe that obviously we know that development is a moving target, or Steven says a moving train. Dates do matter, but they're not the holy scripture, and Intrepid has done one of the smartest things possible when introducing dates. They made it very clear that the features expected for a given phase might not be fully online. That gives them a strategic out, and honestly, they need it. If a system isn't ready, it's better to be transparent and test what is stable than try to cram everything in at the start. They have time to go ahead and add more in as the phase goes on. Remember, Alpha 3 is supposed to be at least a year. Progress over perfection. There's no perfect world in an alpha. There's no perfect game, and there's never a perfect test build. Let's stop holding Intrepid to unrealistic expectations that every milestone must be flawless or fully featured or streamer ready. If you're not happy with the current state, that's okay. Take a break. Come back later when something new is in. I know you guys hate that statement, but it couldn't be more true. Look, after the decision on the 25th, someone's walking away a sad panda. Because here's the cold hard truth. Even if Intrepid delays Phase 3 again, there will still be a vocal group calling for the delay of the delay. You can't please everyone. Someone will always be unhappy. But for the rest of us, we're still here, excited to explore Vera, bugs and all. So bring it, Intrepid. Let's hope for no delay. If you're still here, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to come check me out on Twitch at the Hidden Dagger Inn. I got some cool stuff coming up, and you're going to want to check it out. May everybody's caravans find safe passage. Take care, Vero.